There are others who have joined Metro TV today and are not working. We're not working at all. But today they are working. How would you know? How would I know? The data and the statistics is what we show. And so if the data is presented and then we simplistically say, where are the jobs? It makes it difficult for anybody to respond to it. The Vice President provided the data. He says that private sector, formal private sector, we have 975,164. And then under public sector, he provides line by line breakdown year on year. There's a trend. Year on year breakdown 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. You'd realize that when it comes to employment statistics,
right,
there's a way that the state tracks these things. And there are specific touch points where you put these data together. So if you ask me where are the jobs, I'll find it very difficult to respond. I am working. You are working.
But there are a lot of people who are not working.
Exactly, but that doesn't change the fact that 2 million out of the lot who were not working are working. That is where sometimes it's difficult to understand. Yes, there are a lot of people who are not working, but out of the lots who are not working, 2 million of them have found jobs. So the fact that there are still others in my house who don't have jobs means that I'm not working. Is that the conversation? Let's separate the discussion. Are we saying that we are disputing the 2 million because others haven't found jobs yet? Or we are disputing the 2 million itself? Surrogate the 2 million itself. Otherwise, I'm confused. And I'm sure a lot of people are confused. This is the statistics and data. Interrogate the statistics. There are over how many? 1.2 or 1.5 million Ghanaian children in the senior high school today as we speak. Okay? Thereabout. Universities. How many students are in the universities? On an annual basis, how many of our young people are attaining the working age? The question is, to what extent are job creation avenues going ahead of the citizens who are attaining the working age, employment age? So we are really abusing the intellects of a lot of Ghanaians with the way we situate the conversation. We have over 2 million jobs created. It doesn't mean that everybody who needs a job as a Ghanaian is working. And so if you pick the 2 million jobs and the only interrogation you can put to it is that, but where are the jobs? And that there are so many other people who are not working. Michael, really, what are we doing?
I think one of the difficulties is that a lot of people are interpreting it to mean that government is saying that they have directly created those 2 million jobs. And as you rightly mentioned, there are private sector jobs and other sort of jobs that have been created, but it's been made to seem like all those 2 million jobs are coming directly from
Who has said that? The Vice President didn't only say, he typed. Again, we need to help the citizenry. Why? The Vice President was clear. He has indicated specifically what he is saying. Nowhere in the Vice President's statement did he say that the jobs that he's talking about are jobs that government alone has created. He went on to separate them into public sector and private sector and said that public sector is 1,280,000. Public sector are the jobs that government has created directly. The private sector figure has been given. So who is giving that interpretation? Because the Vice President never said that. He gave a breakdown of the public sector job created, which is actually the jobs that the government has created, and gave sector by sector breakdown and gave year on year breakdown. Then he gave the private sector.
Vice President Bawumia speaks. We need other people to come and translate to us, even if he spoke in English. So it appeared we went to a separate school and did not understand anything that he has said.
You want to come in?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why anytime Bawumia speaks, we'll have to come in. Because we have an opposition that would consistently lie and twist the issues. I mean, as he sat here, he's mentioned on 3 occasions. The Vice President said he has created 2.3 million. First of all, that's a lie. The Vice President in his post was very categorical. He said, dear friends, I recently stated that our government has created over 2 million jobs since 2017. Over 2 million jobs since 2017. Over 2 million jobs since 2017. He'd never said anywhere that he's created over 2.3 million jobs. He has never said it anywhere. You understand? So, if you
is that post coming from the Vice President?
Yes, on his Facebook wall.
And then read it again for me.
He said, dear friends, I recently stated that our government has created over 2 million jobs.
Yes, our government has created over 2 million jobs.
Relax. Over 2 million jobs. Okay. And then, as usual, naysayers have questioned how we could have done so. Their mindset of impossibility prevents them from accepting that, well, the data attached shows year by year, ministry by ministry, agency by agency, and the jobs that the government has created since 2017. This includes jobs that are planted for food and jobs. This excludes jobs under planting for food and jobs and National Identification Authority. And the Vice President gave you a statistics that is split into private sector and public sector. So if you come and sit on TV, okay, obviously, and you say that the Vice President said he's created 2.3 million jobs, we'll come and explain. And we are explaining not because you went to a different school, maybe you did, but it's simply because you didn't understood. You did not understand.
But don't you think it's quite of a problem if anytime the Vice President says anything, it has to be explained?
The problem is not the Vice President. It is him sitting here and saying the Vice President said. I've said it. I have told you that the problem is the one who is interpreting it. And you say that the Vice President said he's created 2.3 million jobs. When you come and sit on national TV and you say that we should keep quiet, we shouldn't explain, because the problem is not the Vice, the problem is you. Who is saying something that the Vice President didn't say.
So you are talking about...
Let me go to the substantive one.
You are talking about the figures. It's not... it wasn't...
But that is why I have to come and explain. You didn't say that. So if you say it, then I have to come and explain. So the issue is not about a problem with the Vice President. The issue is about you. Who is misquoting what the Vice President said. So maybe, of course, you went to a different school or you do not understand the English. Secondly, I keep hearing them make the point about population, and if we have created 2 million jobs, then the entire population, I don't know where anybody at all got that sense from. It's a very sad and worrying situation. This is Senate report. This is Senate report. This is 2016 Senate report. This is the 2020 Senate annual report. If you look at the 2020 Senate annual report, new workers registered alone, new workers registered alone, is 1,063,044. Are all Ghanaians employed? New workers. You know that, for example, I could lose my job today, and then I can get another job in about a year or two.
Right.
When I go, I don't have to re-enroll onto
the platform.
Yes, but I have a job. Okay, I was unemployed and I have a job. So the new ones alone, 1,063,044 between 2017 and 2020. 2021 is not part. 2022 is not part. So if you want to dispute figures and you are worried and you are surprised that jobs can be created in millions, this is the Senate report. This is official data, annual report. It's available for everybody to read. Are all the people in Ghana unemployed? Employed? It is strange. What is our population? Per their question. We have Senate reporting new workers alone amounting to over 1 million. This excludes 2021 and 2022. We have already done first quarter 2023. 2 years is not here. I don't understand how anybody will be surprised that over 2 million jobs have been created. And these 2 million jobs, the details have been given. Let me go to chapter 7 of the budget appendix that they keep referring to. You see, when you continuously explain something and everybody else understands except an opposition party.
Are you sure it is only the NDC?
But why don't you understand this? This is Senate data. This is not the Vice President data. So if you still don't understand it, I'll be surprised. This is not the Vice President data. Forget the Vice President data, which you are surprised. This is...
Well, he never mentions it.
But I'm giving you more evidence to prove that jobs can be created in millions. This is a Senate data.
Okay,
so that settles it down. The second level is this. Chapter 7 of the budget always captured public sector employees who are paid through Controller and Accountant General. And I'll give you an example. When you pick any of the appendixes, and I have them here.
Right.
You'd realize that. Look at a ministry like Ministry of Transport, 766 staff. 766 staff in 2019. You know what Ministry of Transport is made of?
No.
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Ghana Airport Company Limited. Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority alone have 4,667 employees. Ghana Airport Company Limited. Metro Mass Transport Limited. Regional Maritime University. Ghana Maritime Authority. Where are their figures? Where are they on chapter 7? So you see, you cannot go and pick chapter 7 and use it to determine the number of public sector. It means you are ignorant. You don't understand the issues. And we have consistently said that. Let me also help you. When you pick the Vice President data, you realize that under each of the ministries, the Vice President indicated the agencies. It's another column here, agencies. So if you pick Ministry of Aviation, for instance, Vice President has captured Ghana Airport Company Limited, Ghana Civil Aviation. Ghana Airport Company Limited, Ghana Civil Aviation, they are not paid by Controller and Accountant General. So their data is not in Appendix 7. We need to help the viewers. It doesn't mean that I have a problem with the opposition, but let's state the fact. Let's educate the Ghanaian populace, especially when we have the platform to explain to them the issues. Ministry of Transport that has